Well, this argument has been made many times. Kyle Kalinski has been making it very strongly today. I'm
Hmm.
not sure effectively, though, because completely effectively. Trump's argument would be that a lot of these immigrants are not particularly patriotic, but joined the military specifically to
Sure.
become
Right.
citizens and have their kids become citizens too. It's the anchor baby concept
Right.
transferred to the military. That would be Trump's argument.
But don't you think they're still putting their life on the line? In other words, if you get sent to Afghanistan or one of the war zones, I mean, you're still
Yeah, and that's the counter argument. So,
right.
there's arguments on both sides. And you know what interesting here too, Ken, is that what is the definition of a natural born American citizen? Now, the Constitution says you have to be born within the United States. Now, this issue came up also, I think, when John McCain was running, where he
McCain,
was
right.
born on a
Right.
military base
Base. Right.
overseas, and that was he got a pass on that, I guess, because that was interpreted as being American territory.
Right.
But that's not what the Constitution says. So
Yeah.
that's another element of the argument. I'm surprised that Trump hasn't brought that up yet, especially
Yeah.
since he didn't like John McCain.
Right. 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 Well, listen. Let me go on to what do you think about the Walmart move?
Yeah, interesting because Walmart is a massive outlet, sells
Yeah.
guns,
Yeah.
across the United States.
Yeah.
However, I think the real gun nuts, I shouldn't even call them gun nuts, but let's say gun enthusiasts,
Right.
both hunters and handgun enthusiasts, they're going to go to the small shops. So, as I've said a number of times, I live in northeastern Pennsylvania, outside the
Right.
Scranton area. Everybody has guns here, long guns, handguns, everything.
Right.
There's a proliferation of gun shops, privately owned gun shops in this
Right.
area, which are frequented, which has heavy traffic, and in a way, it may act as more of a filter because when you're dealing with somebody across the counter whose business it is to sell guns, knows local customers, knows the types of customers that seem legitimate, maybe they'll be easier to spot these cases where people are up to no good
Right.
buying a gun. I don't know if that'll be any more effective. So Walmart, yeah, I mean, I think it'll stop some of the gun nuts from getting weapons, but again, there's so many outlets now, and the real hard cases, the real disturbed people are going to find guns or other sources, even on the black market. And there's plenty of that
But
around
I
the.
mean, don't you? But I wonder if it's more of a cultural statement as opposed to political, in the sense that it reminds me of the way the tobacco uh, uh, industry started, and when the tobacco use went down. You know what I mean? It's
Oh, you mean so by Walmart suppressing sales, it'll uh,
well,
affect the culture of guns,
exactly, yeah.
affect
Especially the idea
that?
that, yeah, you cannot bring your gun into Walmart anymore. You cannot bring your gun into Kroger, the grocery chain, which
Yeah.
jumped on last night. And I think there'll be other. I think it's the beginning of that slippery slope that the NRA always is worried about. I think
In other
that's
words, it's a turnaround in the public's thinking
right,
of guns. But you
right,
see, and again, I speak from, I think, some personal experience in this area.
right.
The people who've grown up with guns around here, they're not going to change their ways. They're not going to, suddenly be influenced by a change in culture because of Walmart. And it's, I just don't think it's going to be that effective in really changing anything. Maybe overall it gets into the atmosphere that guns are bad and people shouldn't be walking around. But then again, unless Walmart installs security checks, metal detectors that you have
Right.
to walk in, people are going to be carrying guns around anyway. I mean, especially handguns. And in my area, there's plenty of handguns. People get gun permits very easily. And they're not going to give up their guns when they walk into Walmart or other outlets. The only place you really have to give them up house or a local county courthouse in Scranton, and they do have metal detectors. You are checked for any kind of thing that could be used as a weapon.
Right.
But generally, again, unless you have metal detectors at Walmart, which is going to be difficult with the massive traffic they have, and they're not going to go for it. I don't think much is going to change in terms of people bringing guns into Walmart and other
Yeah. Yeah.
stores.
Yeah. All right, we'll see.
All right, Kent.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.